Don't forget our Short Track Super Series merchandise trailer is available behind the grandstand on the driveway right across from the concession stand. Edda's Catering is here tonight of Milford with the main concession open. Hamburgers, hot dogs, pulled pork, meatballs, Pepsi products, candy, chips, and more. Down in the pit area, JD's Shuckers of Georgetown and the Stokely Tavern trailer has a lineup to include hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, cheesesteaks, chicken tenders, candy soda, and chips. So make sure you get something good to eat or drink while you're here tonight at the Speedway. Don't forget every 2023 event here at Delaware International Speedway, broadcast live on FloRacing as part of the $150 annual subscription. Diamond State Digital will be presenting all weekly events this season. Delaware International joining other BD Motorsports media entities, including Georgetown Speedway, Short Track Super Series, Utica Rome Speedway, Fonda Speedway, all live on FloRacing. Visit www.floracing.tv to learn more. Upcoming events here at Delaware International Speedway. Our next event will be about a month away, Tuesday night, May 16th, with a May 17th rain date. The return of the only appearance of the year for the Bob Hilber Sportswear Short Track Super Series fueled by Sunoco Diamond State 50. The big block, small block modifieds will compete in a 50-lap, 5,000 to win event, part of the Rent Equip Party Central South region for the modifieds, and a 1,500 to win Belmont's Garage South Region 602 Sportsman event, along with the Delaware Super Trucks and the Delmarva Chargers. That'll be Tuesday night, May 16th. Upcoming events a little further east of here at the Georgetown Speedway. We will be racing tomorrow night. Round 2 of the Battle of the Bay for the Rush Late Models, the Mark Coote Williams Memorial, Stokely Speed and Supply Late Model Shakedown, plus the Rush Late Model Series, Battle of the Bay, Southern Delaware Vintage, Delaware Super Trucks, and the Delmarva Chargers tomorrow night at the Georgetown Speedway. And that'll be the tune-up for Friday night, April the 28th, for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Melvin Joseph Memorial. $18,049 to win, plus Little Lincolns, Delaware Super Trucks, and the Delmarva Chargers. Friday night, April the 28th at the Georgetown Speedway. Thank you to Bayline Construction of Georgetown for the support. Bayline Construction of Georgetown, Delaware crews work tirelessly to straighten and repair the backstretch wall here at Delaware International Speedway, in addition to numerous other projects. The highest finishing New Jersey PA Spec Small Block modified in tonight's 30-lap event will receive a $250 bonus courtesy of Adart Sign Company. They're located at Route 113 in Georgetown, Delaware. Visit them on the web at adartsign.de.com to learn more. And tonight's Millman Napa Auto Parts Modified Feature winner will receive a guaranteed starting position at the Speed Showcase in October. That's a $50,000 to win, $1,000 to start event at PA's Port Royal Speedway. October 13, 14, 15 for the Bob Hilber Sportswear Short Track Super Series fueled by Sunoco. And after the outstanding turnout for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds on opening night here at Delaware International, BD Motorsports Media has boosted tonight's payout for the 30-lap feature. $4,000 to the winner of tonight's 30-lap feature. $2,500 for second and $1,250 for third.
Millman's Napa Auto Parts, our 2023 Modified Division sponsor, has partnered with BD Motorsports Media to present the headline Modified Division at both Delaware International Speedway and Georgetown Speedway. The Millmans operate 3 Delaware Napa Auto Parts locations. First one in Harrington at 17468 South DuPont Highway. You can reach them by phone at 302-398-3422. Also in a location in Milford, Delaware, 31 Milford Harrington Highway. Phone number 302-422-8006. And last but not least, the location in Milton, 13804 Coastal Highway. Phone number 302-684-4319. Visit www.napaonline.com and search for the preferred location to learn more. And Blue Hen Disposal has signed on to present the Crate 602 Sportsman divisions for the 2023 season at Delaware International Speedway and Georgetown Speedway. Based in Millsboro, Delaware, Blue Hen Disposal offers residential waste removal in Delaware and Maryland, in addition to commercial waste removal, residential and commercial recycling collection, and roll-off dumpsters. Visit www.bluehendisposal.com or call 302-945-3500 if you're in Delaware, or 844-54-TRASH if you're in Maryland, to learn more.
Opening night here at Delaware International in the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modified. Matt Shepard with a last lap move picked up the win. Mike Guler was second, Jordan Watson third, Danny Buck fourth. Alex Jankowski came home in fifth position. In the Blue Hen Disposal 602 Sportsman, Joe Toth was the winner over Michael White, Tom Sherby, Jordan Justice, and Eric Corman, completing the top five. In the Delaware Super Trucks, Jerry Hill won over Scott Trice, Andrew Nelson, Zach Phillips, and Troy Hopkins. In the Delmarva Chargers, Jay Lohman over Ashley Merritt, Robbie Strain, Tyler Huddle, and Wyatt Cummings. Little Lincoln feature, Mel Joseph Jr. over Dylan Betts, Jordan Herbert, Eric Reed, and Brian Piercy. And the vintage feature, DJ Cameron over Jamie Eichels, Jason Dean, Nathan Austin, and Garrett Regan. Those are your results on March 31st, opening night here at Delaware International.
So heat number one out on the speedway, coming to the white flag. They'll line up this way, pole position. Out of Belmead, New Jersey, the 32, Brandon Grasso. Alongside of him, out of Milford, the 30, H.J. Bunning.
Second row inside from the Shannock Station, the number 6, Matt Stengel. Outside of him from East Greenbush, New York, the number 20, the Ollie's Bargain Outlet entry. That's the thrilling David Schilling.
Third row inside out of Federalsburg, Maryland, the 65, that's Austin Hubbard. And alongside of him, out of Pipersville, Pennsylvania, the 6, Danny Buck.
Fourth row inside, driving in the Auto Gallery number 21W from Milford will be Joseph Watson. Outside of him, driving in the Mill Pond Farm number 31 from Millsboro, Ryan Riddle.
The final starting spot out of Millsboro, the 18, is Jeff Marker. 8 laps in distance. They'll all qualify. Top 4 will go to the redraw. Green flags out on heat number 1.
Heat number 1 is underway into the turn, and we got Brandon Grasso grabbing the early lead, but the yellow is out. No start.
You can't say Joe says no tonight.
I know. Tanner said not a good start, so we'll try it again. Double them up. Here we go. The Sunoco starting zone. You can see the banners down there between the 2 telephone poles. You got to wait till the second pole on the initial start. Here they come. Down the straightaway, Grasso and Bunning into the turn. H.J. Bunning on the outside. Quiet Riot will take the lead.
Yeah, better start this time. Bunning able to take advantage, roll the top side in 1 and 2. Grab the lead again. 4 will go to the redraw tonight. Bunning swings wide off of 4. Grasso sticks a nose underneath Bunning by half a car length up the line.
Into the turn, Matt Stengel now in third spot, being pressured by the 65 down the back straightaway. That is Austin Hubbard. We got 2 separate battles, one for the lead, one for third.
Austin Hubbard, work in progress, trying to figure the modifieds out, but he's definitely gaining ground in 2023. And in 2023, he'll drive by Matt Stengel for third. Now here comes Grasso, working to the inside of Bunning, trying to grab the lead away.
Side by side, Brandon Grasso started on the pole, lost the lead to H.J. Bunning, but he's trying to get it back. They're still side by side out of turn number 4.
Good battle for the top spot. Bunning again slips up off of 4. Grasso will drive by. He'll grab the lead. Meanwhile, battle heating up for the final redraw spot. Here goes David Schilling trying to work underneath Matt Stengel down the backstretch.
Yeah, that is the battle for the last redraw spot. The BDR Speed, Ollie's Bargain Outlaw, number 20, David Schilling now pressuring Matty Ice, Matt Stengel.
Stengel now up on the high side. Schilling working down on the bottom. Stengel might have a problem. He slowed down the front straightaway, and he does. The 6 is off the pace over in turn number 2. Schilling to 4th. Danny Buck to 5th. Yellow lights are on for a slowing Matt Stengel, and it looks like all the tires are up on that number 6 machine.
Matt Stengel was in a battle with David Schilling for the last redraw spot. Again, all the modifieds will qualify. All 25 here tonight will be in the 30-lap feature. But they are racing for the top 4 spots to try and make the redraw in this beautiful spring evening. Brandon Grasso, last year's track champion at the New Egypt Speedway, is now your leader. H.J. Bunning, 7 times a champion here at the Delaware International Speedway, alongside then Austin Hubbard and now David Schilling. Then we got Danny Buck and Joseph Watson following them. Right now will be the number 31 of Ryan Riddle. Riddle, make that Grasso turning a lap at 19.702. Quickest lap of the night so far has been Joseph Watson at 19.506. Joseph Watson turning the quickest lap of the night so far. Pepsi lap counter says 4. 4 down, 4 to go. Heat number 1.
Restart this time. Grasso controls the start from the bottom. He'll fire anywhere between the Sunoco start signs. He drops the hammer. We go back to racing.
Motoring into the turn. Yellow out again. All right, no start. They got a fire between the poles. The last pole in turn 4 and the pole before that. For our vantage point, we can see the banners. It's a little hard for the drivers, so they are instructed to go by the light poles down there. Start and restart. Sunoco starting and restarting zone. Grasso and Bunting in row number 1. Hubbard and Schilling in row number 2. First of 3 heats for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds, which will be followed by Rush Late Model qualifying heats. There will be 4 of them. Here they come. Down the straightaway, H.J. Bunning, who had second, dropping back to third, almost to fourth. Danny Buck throws his hat into the ring.
Yeah, Bunning didn't get a great start. They were able to recoup it, only lose 1 spot. He'll file in line in third. It's Grasso. How about Austin Hubbard now up to the 2 spot, and we got another one slowing. This time it's the 31 of Ryan Riddle, slowing to a stop at the top of turn number 4.
Ryan Riddle now slowing over there in the turn, brings out the caution. Riddle in the Deer Pond Farm, Bayside Services number 31. So Bunning dropping out of a number 2 spot back to third. Riddle's car pushed to the infield. He'll be heading back to the pits. 5 down. Traditional starts and restart, double file in the front row. Grasso and now Hubbard in row number 1. Bunning and Schilling. Buck and Watson trying to get into the top 4. Charging back to green, David Schilling losing several spots. He drops out of a redraw spot. Danny Buck now getting together with Bunning off the corner. He'll move to third, and now Bunning out of a redraw spot, but Schilling is back into one.
Yeah, Schilling and Bunning made a little bit of contact. That dropped Schilling back to the back of the field, but then Buck and Bunning make a little bit of contact. Schilling able to take advantage, got underneath Watson, got by Bunning. Now suddenly Schilling back to fourth. Buck to third. It's still Grasso leading, and Austin Hubbard riding in the 2 spot. Coming to the white flag one more time around.
Final lap, but no doubt about the leader right now. 32, Brandon Grasso has the lead. Hubbard giving chase. He's right behind him off the corner. Buck 3 and Schilling 4.
Hubbard is there, not going to offer a challenge, though, it looks like, for the win. Checkered flag will fall off of the corner. Brandon Grasso wins heat number 1 for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds. Austin Hubbard, Danny Buck, and David Schilling will go to the redraw. Joseph Watson and H.J. Bunning round out the field.
Heat number 1 for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modified. Your winning driver, the Grasso Homes 32, Brandon Grasso, runner-up to the Blades HVA Services number 65, Austin Hubbard. Third to the number 6, Danny Buck. Fourth to 20, David Schilling. They go to the redraw. Heat number 2 lining up this way. Pole position will find the Kellys on bridge number 11 from Langhorne, Danny Heber. An outside front row. Driving in the number 48. That is the BDS Argo Sales number 48 of Drew Simmons. He's out of Cambridge, Maryland.
Row 2 to the inside. Last week's winner at Georgetown, the Amel Auto Body number 29, Ryan Krachin out of Neshannock Station, New Jersey. And alongside of him, winner last week at the Grandview Speedway, the Conestoga Valley Custom Kitchens, number 2A out of Harleysville, Pennsylvania, Mike Guler.
Third row on the inside out of Ole, Pennsylvania, and the Don Grebe Construction, number 33, Loudon Reimert. And alongside of him out of Georgetown, Delaware, and the Lewis of Jiffy Lube of Lewis, number 05, Sean Metz.
Final row to the inside. Winner this past Saturday at the New Egypt Speedway, driving in the Campout Incorporated, Ellery's Pub and Grill number 26, the Ringo's Rocket, Ryan Godown. And rounding out the field at a Neshannock Station, New Jersey, the Halmer International number 43, that's Jimmy Horton. Your outside pole sitter, Drew Simmons, electing to go to the tail, so everybody will slide up a spot. It'll be Heber and Krachin now on the front row as we go green on heat number 2.
Grabbing the outside lane around Danny Heber. He'll take the lead. Heber a little out of shape over there. He'll drop back a couple of spots. Yellow is on.
Well, Danny Heber will get a mulligan.
.48 Drew Simmons down there in the turn brings out the caution. This will regroup the field for a complete restart. So as you mentioned, Danny Heber will get a mulligan. He started on the pole, fell back to about 5th, but will go to a complete restart. He'll go back to position number 1. Still 8 laps ahead. Drew Simmons out of Cambridge, Maryland will rejoin.
New car for Drew, his first night in that race car. Getting his 2023 campaign underway. Take 2 on heat number 2. Again, it's Heber, Krachin. They'll fire at the second pole. We're back underway.
Motoring into the turn. Krachin again on the outside lane, grabbing the lead. Working on the outside down the back straightaway is Loudon Reimert.
Yeah, Loudon Reimert pulling up alongside Krachin down the back straightaway. Krachin will out-muscle him. He'll grab the top spot. Meanwhile, Ryan Godown already into the fourth and final redraw spot. Jimmy Horton follows him to fifth. Guler making a bid for second underneath Reimert.
Reimer gets around. Guler moves in now on Krachin, and we got a 3-car breakaway down the back straightaway now. We've got Krachin, Reimer diving to the inside, followed by Mike Guler.
Yeah, this is a great 3-car battle, Jeff, that might become a 5-car battle. Godown and Horton both reeling in the top 3. Krachin continuing to lead. Reimert again to the top in 1 and 2. Guler gets under him, but Reimert blasts off the cushion of turn number 2.
Look at this. You can almost throw a blanket over the top 3 into the turn. Guler, as you mentioned, a winner at Grandview last Saturday, almost won the opener here in the Jake Marine tribute race on opening night. Guler now digging on the inside, battling with Loudon Reimert. Reimert trying to hold him up and going after Krachin.
Guler bobbled a little bit that time off at 2. Reimert looks like he's found something on the outside of turns 1 and 2. Not quite as good over here in 3 and 4, but the 33 as we're halfway through heat number 2. Reimert, it looks like he might have found something at the top side of 1 and 2. He'll try to roll it again, get a run on Krachin down the backstretch.
Gamble Auto Body, Farino and Sons Contracting, 29 of Ryan Krachin, the Georgetown winner, into the turn. Loudon Reimert in the Greeby Construction, 33, putting on the pressure.
And we got one slowing here off of turn number 4, Jimmy Horton. Horton will pull to the infield. He was closing in on the battle up front. He's now out of it. Reimert, meanwhile, this time gets the run off of 2. Alongside Krachin, side by side. Good battle for the lead here in heat number 2.
Loudon Reimert letting it all hang out on the outside. Can't quite get Krachin 2 to go. Guler's right there. Godown's right behind him. Guler again shows the nose to the inside of Reimert, and Krachin has picked up the pace. He pulls away from Reimert down the back.
Jeff, did you see it? Krachin moved to the top side that time in 1 and 2. Saw Reimert get alongside of him. He changed the game up. White flag one more time around the speedway. Krachin off of his win last Friday at Georgetown, looking to continue the momentum here in southern Delaware. It's Krachin, Reimert, Guler, and Godown in redraw spots.
Yeah, since he changed lanes, he's got about a 5-car length lead.
He's sideways.
He'll bring him to the checker with a small lead. It'll be Ryan Krachin, the winner, followed by Reimert, Guler, and Godown, your top 4. They go to the redraw. Danny Heber and Sean Metz. Heat race number 2, your winning driver in a thriller, the 29, Ryan Krachin. Runner-up to 33, Loudon Reimert. Third to 2A, Mike Guler. And fourth to the 26, Ryan Godown. They will all go to the redraw. Heat number 3 for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds lining up this way.
Pole position out of Georgetown, Delaware, the Clark Swimming Pools. Number 91, Carson Wright, and alongside of him, the All-County Garage Door. Number 5 out of Pennsville, New Jersey, Brett Ballard.
Row 2 on the inside. Out of Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, the Hamlin Brothers Truck Repair P&J Auction 74W. Out of Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, John Willman, and alongside of him out of Laurel, Delaware, in the DMC Farms, number 71, Jammin' James Hill.
5th starting spot, driving in the Kerr Cattle, Rusty Nuts Resurrections, number 1K, out of Quakertown, Pennsylvania. That's Rick Laubach. And alongside of him out of Boyertown, Pennsylvania, in the Ronnie's Auto Repair, number 14W, Ryan Watt.
Row 4 on the inside, the veteran out of Harrington, Delaware, in the Millman's Napa Auto Parts. Blue Hen Construction, number 4 from Harrington, Delaware, Bobby Watkins. And alongside of him, the 6-time champ, driving out of Milford in the Remax Twin Counties, Cortland Manor. Danny's Pizza Pizzazz 1J from Milford, Delaware, Jordan Watson. James Hill not answering the call for this one. And they are towing Jimmy Horton's car back to the pit area. So we have 7 instead of 8 in this one. James Hill in the 71 not answering the call. Problems after hot laps. So we'll go with the 7 we have. Again, 8 laps. Everybody qualifies, trying to make the top 4 for tonight's redraw into the 30-lap Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modified feature. $4,000 to win. This will be their final qualifying event. There will be no consolation. And we will have 4 qualifiers coming up next for the Rush Late Model Battle of the Bay. Following that will be the Little Lincoln feature. After which will be the Rush Late Model Sunoco Dash. Tanner Hollis up on the starting platform, looks him over, will be ready to go into the Sunoco starting zone. Here's the green. No start on that one. No start on that one. Going a little too early. We'll try it again. Sunoco starting zone in turn number 4. Motoring down into the turn. Carson Wright will grab the early lead through the turn. Down the back chute, and Rick Laubach is in second.
Wright and Laubach, the top 2. Willman third. Ryan Watt up to 4th as Brett Ballard slid wide on entry into turn number 1. Falls back to 5th. And now the 1J of Jordan Watson's got problems as we complete lap number 1. Watson slows to a stop at the outside of 3 and 4.
Jordan Watson, we don't know what happened to him. He has rolled to a stop in the 4th corner. See if he rejoins or heads pit side. Was one of the contenders to win the Jake Marine Tribute Race on opening night here. Ended up with a podium finish in 3rd. Carson Wright and Rick Laubach making up row number 1. Looks like Watson will rejoin. Carson Wright and Laubach in row 1. Willman and Watt in row number 2. Ryan Watt, a former winner here. Then we've got Bobby Watkins and Brett Ballard, followed by Jordan Watson, who rejoins. 1 lap completed. Brett Ballard now pitting. Here they come. Motoring into the turn. We've got Laubach on the outside of Carson Wright. Side-by-side battle on the back, but Carson Wright's got the lead.
Yeah, Wright grabbed some grip there off of turn number 2. Motored off the corner ahead of Laubach. Now bobbles over here in 3 and 4. Laubach will make the move. He'll drive underneath Carson Wright and grab the top spot. Meanwhile, Bobby Watkins continuing to hold off Jordan Watson for 5th.
Working down the back straightaway now. Willman and Watt battle side by side. Watkins and Watson battle into the turn. A 4-car duel.
Yeah, I have a feeling Jordan Watson's not going to be happy to ride last here in his heat race. Works around Watkins. Now going to try and close in on Watt and Willman. Willman opens the door on the bottom. Watt can't quite get a nose under as we come to the halfway point this time by.
Remember, they all go to the feature, but the top 4 go to the redraw with a chance to pick the pole. Here comes Watt pressuring Willman and Watson. Willman, Watt, and Watson. Should be a law firm heading into turn 1.
The 3 W's battling for 2 redraw spots. Here comes Watt off the corner. Watt able to get a good run on Willman, but can't find any racing room. Now he'll go to the outside in 3 and 4. Watty and Willman going at it side by side. Willman drifts up. 3 wide the W's.
3 wide the W's, and we got Watkins right behind him. Look out, Watty is up and over. Three wide down the front straightaway going into turn number 1. And Ryan Watt ending up. Driver is okay report from turn number 1. We're getting the call from the first corner from the safety crew.
Those of you at home on FloRacing, you can see him on the left side of your screen, right in front of the red push truck. So Ryan is out of the car.
A 3-wide battle. Again, everybody qualifies, but they are racing for those redraw spots. What an entertaining battle, Chris. Not exactly what we wanted to see happen down there.
Now, Watt had finally made the move to get by Willman, and him and Watson, at that point, it looked like we're both by Willman, and then racing hard there for the third spot it would have been. Looked like made a little bit of contact, and it shot Watt to the right, and he maybe caught the cushion over there or something, sent him over, It
dug in, and when it dug in, it turned him over. It looked like he might only just go over once. Well, then the momentum just carried him, went over several times, and down over the outside of turn number 1.
Yeah, the continuous momentum really sent him for a pretty wild ride over there in turn number 1. And we've got a replay for those of you at home watching on Flow. This was the point. They get 3 wide off of the corner. Watson gets underneath Willman. Watt gets around him. And they kind of just come together going for the same spot over there in turn number 1. And there's where Watt gets sideways. And these race cars have a pretty fair amount of left rear weight. And so when they get turned and are sliding with the left side of the car leading, a lot of times they're along for the ride because it doesn't take much for the left side of the car to dig in.
It happened so fast, but something we didn't remember seeing it live that we picked up on the replay was they split Willman, and when they came around in front of him is when they sort of went around him and came together they both went around him and they came together at the same time. You know, nothing intentional. It's just like one went on the low side, one went on the outside, and when they came around him, they got together in front of him. And it wasn't even real hard contact, but just enough at the wrong spot.
You know, like I said, all it takes is a little bit of contact. You can car get turned to the left there. And again, with the left side weight that these cars run, you can pretty much just be along for the ride as Watt was there. So unfortunate there for Ryan Watt. We mentioned his first night in one of those Weekend Warrior Wegner Automotive engines. And he was running in a redraw spot. And unfortunately for him, just as quickly as he had gotten to the redraw, he's now out of it. And I would imagine done for the night, but stranger things have happened.
Yep. Not a good start for the Ronnie's Auto Repair 14W after having a really fast race car. That Wegner LS 427 was honking along pretty good here on the finally tuned up half mile here in Delmar.
And that motor, of course, was just in victory lane with the Short Track Super Series on Saturday night. Matt Shepard had one of those Weekend Warrior LS 427s. He picked up the win. With quite a few of them, actually, on Saturday night. Francois Bernier won his qualifier with one of those Weekend Warrior Wegner Automotive engines. So certainly picking up steam they are. And as you said, Ryan Watt was going pretty good with his between the pipes of his 14W. But unfortunately, he's got the full pickup. So he's headed back to the pit area now, and we will go back to racing. It's Laubach, your leader, on the bottom.
Laubach and Carson Wright, Jordan Watson, John Willman, and Bobby Watkins into the turn. Watkins and Willman battle for the last redraw spot, and Bobby Watkins will take it.
Watkins takes it, but he slides up. Willman coming back at him. Good battle here for that fourth and final redraw spot going on between Willman and Watkins. Watkins up on the top side, Willman down on the bottom. Top three are nose to tail. The battle's for fourth.
Heading out of the turn, battle for second, battle for fourth. Down the back straightaway, we got Carson Wright and Jordan Watson battle for second, and got Watkins and Willman battle for the last redraw spot. Laubach comfortably out in front, 1 lap to go.
White flag is out. Watson making a bid for the runner-up spot. Carson Wright trying to hold him off. Wright will hold him off for now. Meanwhile, Willman to the inside of Watkins. He'll pull him by a couple of car lengths down the backstretch.
Checkered flag will wave on heat number 3. Your winner will be Rick Laubach in for the win, followed by Carson Wright and Jordan Watson. The last redraw spot will go to Johnny Willman, who sneaks around Bobby Watkins there in the final circuit. Grabbing the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modified Heat win number 3, the 1K Rick Laubach, runner-up to the 91 of Carson Wright. Third, the 1J Jordan Watson, and fourth spot, the final redraw spot to the 74W of John Willman. So Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modified qualifying complete. Brandon Grasso, along with Ryan Krachin and Rick Laubach, are your winners. All right. Battle of the Bay, Rush Late Models up. Brian Spade will have heat number 1 of 4.
Thank you very much, Jeff. On the pole position will be Charlie Sandercock out of Trenton, Ontario, Canada. Outside of him, Bam Bam Brock Pinkerus, car number 555. He is the 13-year-old hailing out of Ellenville, New York. Inside row number 2, the number 92 out of Millsboro, Delaware, is Nick Davis. And on the outside of Nick, driving car number 3, J. Mr. Excitement, Jeremy Wonderling. Jeremy, a 3-time champion on the series in car number 3, J. In the 5th starting spot, it's Joe Warren out of Georgetown, Delaware. He's in the 11W. Outside of him, the 22 of Russell Irwin. Russell's in out of Beaver Dam, Virginia, in the number 22. Then we got the 21L of Matt Latta, the 21J of Jim Racy, the 47B of Joey Brousseau, and the number 90T of Matt Tepper. Once again, these are the Hovis Auto and Truck Supply Rush Late Models, presented by Born to Run Lubricants, competing in a Flynn's Tire Touring Series event. 4 heat races coming up. 5 cars qualify out of each. Green flag is out. And as they head into turn number 1, it's Charlie Sandercock, the early leader, in the number 57. And behind him, Nick Davis in the 92. Holds on to the number 2 spot, followed by Brousseau and Warren. Warren side by side with Brousseau. Yellow flag is out. We got a car spun in turns 1 and 2. And we got a crash up here in turn 4 between Brock Pinkerus and another car. I missed what happened up there. It's the 22 of Russell Irwin and Brock Pinkerus making heavy contact, and they're both trying to get straightened out here and get going. Meanwhile, the car that spun up there was Tepper in car number 90T. Pinkerus with heavy damage. Whoa, look out, Brock. They'll all